She want my lightsaber. She want my lightsaber. She want to meet Yoda. That bitch is a baby.
What up, NerdBois? It's the NerdBois podcast, but it's only Crono and AK today. Not a full podcast episode, just something a little extra to tide y'all over till the New Year's episode. We got a shit ton of Star Wars questions from a former Guest Zen Typhoon, the Pokemon extraordinaire. We're going to go through these questions, and we each going to give our honest opinions. Rabbit is out because he's sick, and Sky's pretty much said that he doesn't really keep up with Star Wars, so it would be a moot point having him on here. But we're gonna go and give our honest opinions. We're gonna go through these couple of questions. Shout out Zen Typhoon again for giving us this content, and what a better time considering that the new movie just came out. So we're just gonna run through and go from there.
That movie was trash, by the way.
I didn't see it. I haven't seen not a single one of the new movies. I ain't gonna hold you.
It was trash. I'm Star Wars fans. I ain't the biggest Star Wars fan, but that shit was trash.
I'm a casual fan. I'll say that. I like the lore, but I don't keep up with all the movies. Your favorite Sith, and I'll let you start off first, Crono.
Let's see. Can we consider Darth Vader a Sith? I could swear we can.
He was a Sith Lord, for Christ's sakes.
He's Sith fucking Lord. You already know who the fuck it is. The OG. Mr. Snore when I talk. Mr. Sleep Apnea himself, man. Darth Vader.
Man, that's Mufasa, man. That's
that man was snoring every time. Yo, that man was the OG, bro. Luke, I'm your father. That nigga popped up like a fucking black daddy on the 18th birthday of a NBA star career, boy.
If I had to pick my favorite Sith, it would probably be Darth Maul. Just off the sheer fact because like he killed Obi-Wan's like master, and everybody's like all over Obi-Wan. But if you read any of the extra material, Qui-Gon, I think his name was, he was like Obi-Wan on crack pretty much back in the days. So he had a sick ass design. He was like one of the first ones to show us an alternate style of lightsaber in the movies. I know a lot of people shit on the prequels because I mean a lot of it's granted, but that fight scene was one of the first like fight scenes with special effects in it that was like, you know, flipping and actually getting to show force powers.
Man, he left that man slump booty, yo. He did that dude dirty.
You know that he played by the same dude who did Toad in the X-Men movies.
I know, that shit is crazy.
He a legend, yo. Like as far as like when it goes to stunts effects, forget his name, but old dude who played him is a legend.
It's a motherfucking legend. You tell me all that, motherfucking legend. Don't disrespect man.
Favorite Jedi.
They want to meet Yoda. That bitch is a baby. No, but you know who it is, yo.
Yoda.
Short I am, the man Yoda, bro. That man had heart, yo. If you do not say Yoda, fuck Luke, bitch ass, fuck the new female, the fucking granddaughter of a Sith Lord, fuck that. Excuse my language. She is not a hoe. She's a very beautiful woman. You know, fuck Obi-Wan, yo. Yoda's the OG. You see Baby Yoda?
Oh man. I mean,
like
the Baby Yoda memes is like hilarious, bro.
Bro, he be like this, goo goo God, I say. Like, come on, son. Like, that man is the truth. Go ahead.
Okay. My favorite Jedi, young Obi-Wan, because he was with the shits in the prequels. Going back to the prequels again, I know how taboo that is, but young Obi-Wan pretty much was like, especially in the Clone Wars. If you actually watch the Clone Wars cartoon, the 2D one made by the same dude who made Genndy Tartakovsky, he also made Samurai Jack. So you know.
Oh yeah, that shit fire.
He knows what he doing when it comes to action scenes. Obi-Wan was that dude. But yeah, he's my favorite Jedi if I had to pick one, aside from, you know, going obvious. Although shout outs to Mark Hamill for being the best Joker. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all say. Your favorite non-Force user.
So
somebody who doesn't use the Force. Yeah.
This one is funny. So back in high school, yo, No, I'm light skinned with freckles and shit. Everybody still used to call me Jar Jar Binks.
Called it.
No, shut the fuck up. Everybody called me Jar Jar Binks because I was just that fucking goofy in high school. I wasn't ugly. Yeah, I was just goofy as hell like him in high school. So everybody's like, motherfucking Jar Jar Binks. But that's my dude, yo. I'm gonna hold you. That's my dude. All the little stupid shit he used to get into. Him and fucking R2D2 when R2D2 would get hurt, he make that yell. That shit is
I can't do it. But I know exactly what you're talking about. R2D2
that shit
is the go. I like I haven't really seen all the movies all the way through, but what's the new guy that's the sidekick? He's kind of like the new Han Solo in the new movies.
I can't think the
black dude. What's his name?
I can't think of his name. At all.
Finn. I like Finn because like he had a redemption arc, you know, because he used to be a clone trooper, well, a stormtrooper. They're not clones anymore. He used to be a stormtrooper, and like how he had a redemption arc, and we thought he was going to be. It was legit. People thinking he was going to be a Jedi at one point in time, and he was like one of the only like side characters that I know to face off with a Sith Lord and not instantly get smacked. You know, like he still got his ass kicked, but he didn't die. Badly. Is what I'm saying.
He got his ass
die is what I'm going for. Like I like him, especially when it comes to like new school characters. I'm not on the outside looking in. I like Finn.
So my thing is, and I tell a lot of people this shit, I still think he's gonna be a Jedi. I think it's like,
you think so?
Key. I think it's low key, but I think he's gonna. I think they hinted it, but I can see him becoming a Jedi, especially with them. We'll go into it later with the new Sentinel lightsaber coming out. I wouldn't be shocked if he became a Jedi.
Okay.
I wouldn't be shocked at all.
Okay. Okay. It says, what is your favorite lightsaber? So not the color. Which one was your favorite, given all the different variations of lightsabers we got nowadays?
Darth Maul has the double lightsaber, the Lance lightsaber, basically.
Out here swinging like Donatello and stuff.
Motherfucker was swinging like Donatello, like a motherfucker. That's the I want to say it's the Lance lightsaber, but I don't know the exact name. You know, I'm not a super Star Wars nerd, but people know Darth Maul when he pulled out the boy. He had the Nina ×2 on the motherfucker.
Everybody shit on them prequels, but when he pulled that bad boy out and then it extended again, we were like, oh snaps!
Oh shit, this man real. Like,
right?
No, but what's the I can't think of the new dude with the one that looked like a fucking sword. That shit is so fucking hard. Man.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Darth Vader's grandson.
Yeah, I'm not good with fucking names, but when that shit came out like a sword, that shit is so motherfucking hard.
That's my favorite. I ain't gonna hold you. That's my favorite. His lightsaber when it looks like a big ass claymore and like the two sides and shit. Like people say it's over designed, but I like it. I don't know. Call me a cynic. Oh, honorable mention for my favorite Jedi. I don't know if he's canon or not, but Starkiller from The Force Unleashed.
It's not. I don't think that one's canon.
I don't know, but him in that game. I know he got fucked up, but like, that video game was like one of the first times you actually got to experience what it was to be a Jedi, as far as like playing game wise. That game is so slept on, and I think
the new one.
It has a lot of homage to pay for The Force Unleashed.
The new one makes you feel like you get powerful as you go in the game. Like I'll probably do a gameplay on it later, but that shit makes you feel powerful as you play on.
Okay. Favorite overall weapon. So, whether that be blasters or whatever.
The Death Star. The fuck? That was my favorite weapon.
That counts.
That counts. Even though that bitch got blown, I'm like, how the hell you blow up the Death Star the same way 2 times in a row? Like, y'all didn't learn the first time? That shit was like Sonic fighting Dr. Robotnik. You ain't learned the first fucking time? What the fuck is you doing?
You showing your age by calling him Robotnik, by the way.
Hey, we don't talk about Edman and this bitch. It's Dr. Robotnik, aka Fat Dude.
I completely agree with you. My favorite weapon would probably be if I had to just pull one out my ass, probably be Boba Fett's armor. Cause if y'all don't know, like Boba Fett threw hands with Darth Vader a couple times when he was and he didn't die. So like, and Darth Vader is legit one of the strongest, Force users ever to live.
Not the strongest.
If not the strongest, right? So like, the fact that I don't know how much you can attribute it to the armor and slide like basic skill, because apparently he threw hands with Mace Windu too back in the day when he was a kid. But that armor is badass. And if you have not seen The Mandalorian, I suggest you go see that, because even for just the Baby Yoda memes, that I'm a fan of what Boba Fett is doing. As far as like,
that man is the truth on that bitch. The truth.
Okay, what is your opinion of the Rule of Two? For those who aren't initiated, the Rule of Two is basically on the Sith side. There can only be two Sith people to exist at the same time. That would be the Master and the Apprentice. And whenever the Apprentice gets stronger than the Master, he's supposed to kill his Master and get an Apprentice of his own. Crono?
I think that's dope. That's kind of, I want to say it kind of pays homage to feudal era Japan. A lot of people don't realize it. That's something that happened in feudal era Japan, where if the master is surpassed by the student is to defeat the master and get apprentices of his own, pupils of his own. So I think that's a great concept that people really didn't catch on to. But ain't none of my fucking students beat me. I don't give a fuck how strong you get, bro. You don't have to catch these hands in this motherfucker, boy. Y'all out here wilding. You gotta kill me? Bro, I'm fighting for my life out here like R. Kelly, boy. I don't know how to hold. I'm out here like R. Kelly. I don't know how to use the force.
To echo what you said, I like the Rule of Two. But at the same time, I see it as a flaw as far as like when it comes to massive Jedi versus Sith fights. Like back during the Clone War days, like there were like you couldn't have as many fights, lightsaber fights, as you could with the Rule of Two being in effect, because it wouldn't be no Count Dooku, it wouldn't be no Darth Maul, it wouldn't be no. Who's the forearm fake ass Goro dude? What was his name? General.
Fuck, man, I haven't watched that shit in so fucking long, bro. I'm forgetting so many.
But
names,
he was like a forearm robot dude. Obi-Wan.
Man wanted to be Goro so bad.
But yeah, you couldn't really do that with the Rule of Two, because if that was in effect, half of them people wouldn't be actual Sith people. So like, I think it's dope. At the same time, it's a handicap.
You gotta look at it too. It's a rule of balance. Like, think about if it was 8 or 9 Sith Lords right now. Do you think old girl would have been able to beat any of them?
Hell no.
Like, are we serious? 8 or 9. So I guess it's like a rule of balance. It's like light, balance, and dark. That's all it really is if you really think about it.
Because I mean, that's the whole thing about Star Wars anyway. The whole thing is about balance.
Yeah, it's about balance. Think about it. 3 Sith Lords and people are fucked by itself. If you really look how strong Darth Vader was by himself. Was it? I can't think. Was it Lord Palpatine? I don't know. It's probably not.
Yeah. He's the Emperor Palpatine is the
Emperor Palpatine by himself. In the movie, this man basically regenerated himself. Like, are you serious? Do you want a 3rd Sith Lord? Like, come on, son. No.
Yeah, and apparently, like, Darth Vader needs that shit to breathe, but by the Force alone, if he get damaged, he can sustain himself just by the Force alone. I don't know how exactly that works, but yeah, that Sith Lords are typically stronger than Jedis.
Did we not see Darth Vader choke out a nigga?
Yeah, he did.
Add that to the counter. You see him choke him out like bitch, what you say? He just stared at him too, and then he's like, come here. He was telling him, come here. Let me choke you out. No, you know what? Let the air choke you out. Like, come on, bro. The rule of two is fine. That's just perfect balance.
Okay, and the next one is, what's your preferences between like the Old Republic, the Clone Wars, Galactic Empire, or any expanded stuff? So what was your favorite, I guess you could say arc, if you want to go that simple. What was your favorite arc when it comes to Jedi?
Old Republic is the prequel, right?
Yes.
Old Republic because of Samuel Jackson, man. Period. Like, fuck everything else just because of him alone, bro. But no, I like prequels. I love prequels. I love to understand what is going on. Why is it? What's going on? Why these people are the way they are before anything. So a good prequel to me is better than anything else. And then if we're being honest, I'm 28, so I grew up on Old Republic. I didn't watch the older Star Wars honestly till I was 25.
I feel that.
And then Clone Wars, I didn't really watch Clone Wars like I should have. I'm honestly just now getting into it. And then the new Star Wars is kind of trash. Only the first movie was good. The second one, they were getting powers out of nowhere. That shit was like, she leveled up super quick. And then this last movie, it had so much potential, but it's not that good. It's not that good at all. But Old Republic to me is hands down the best arc in Star Wars. So
I'm a sucker for the Clone Wars. Bring that up again. The 2D and the 3D cartoon are really good. You get stuff like Ahsoka, who was basically Anakin's apprentice. She was a part of the Clone Wars. But man, look, if you did not watch that 2D series made by Gendy Tartakovsky, who was the creator of Samurai Jack, like, the 2D series was what really got me into being a fan of Star Wars. Like, I know I'm showing my age, but that came on during Toonami back in the early 2000s. I want to say like 2003, 2002.
2000. It came out because Outlaw right after, so it was like 2004, 2005.
Something like that. It was early 2000s. That's one of my favorite arcs because we get to see why Anakin is considered to be such a legendary Jedi before he became evil. You get to see all the different it's kind of like the second prequel movie, but more in depth. They're like, it's more, you get to see all the different missions they go on to. You actually get to see the split between him and Obi-Wan. It's more well done. If I was to have my way, I think that should have been more canon than what we actually got, because I know a lot of people don't like how the way Anakin turned out in the prequels. But close second probably would, going back to, I'm echoing myself, but probably would be the little mini universe we had with Starkiller in The Force Unleashed. The fact that Darth Vader had a apprentice at one point in time is very interesting. I hate the fact that it's non-canon, but you got to get what you get when stuff like that. But if I had to do a runner-up, it'd probably be that little continuity and how he tried to seek that out. He had a redemption arc too, where he was Darth Vader apprentice at one point in time, and then he became a Jedi. Like, we get a lot of times where we saw the good to evil with Anakin, and it's kind of cool to see the reverse happen.
So I want to ask a question. Was his apprentice? Remember the scene when they were killing off all the Jedis? Was Anakin apprentice in that scene? I want to say that was her. That was her when they was like walking up.
Yeah, because like she wasn't when Anakin was killing all the little kids. They were like legit little kids. Ahsoka wasn't like a grown woman per se, but she wasn't like just learning how to use the Force. Like, she was out in the field and battle and shit. So it's hard to say.
No, remember it was a part where it's a chick that looked just like Ahsoka, and they were walking up, and she turned around, and then the clones start shooting at her.
Maybe that could have been her. You know what? I know what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. She wasn't like. I thought you was talking about when he was killing the little kid. No, but maybe that could have been her. They never really said. But like in the Clone War cartoons, like she comes back. So I don't know if she died during then. But I do remember there was some type of thing. I could be wrong. I could have sworn I seen Ahsoka like talk to Anakin when he was Darth Vader. Could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I thought that happened.
Yo, people in the chat. I mean, I'm saying people in the chat like we doing a fucking live stream. Yo,
in the comments.
In the comments, go ahead. We should make that the question of the video. If you guys know, drop if that was Ahsoka or not. Because I'm really curious.
That was movie 3, wasn't it? In the prequel?
That was the 3rd movie when he was killing everybody off.
Yeah.
So.
And next question: if you could have a lightsaber, what color and why? I know what both of our answers are, but I'm just go. I got a little sheet that is basically supposed to represent what each color is. The green one is peace through force when necessary. It's like they are counselors, people who prefer negotiation versus, combat and stuff like that. Red one is evil and power. Sith Lords who are just straight up, with the shits, for lack of a better term. They will, be the first person to swing in a fight, pretty much. That's who have red lightsabers. The blue ones are justice. These are people who keep the peace, are kind of like the cops of the Jedi universe. That's who usually wields a blue lightsaber.
Usually purple, they beady.
Purple are people who are kind of like that. Purple are kind of like the
neutral. What is it called? With the chaotic.
They more chaotic good. So like they more aggressive with the shit. So like think of a Rorschach from what's the name of that? With Owlman and shit. What's the name of that card? That comic book?
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, though. Right?
I know what you're talking about, but I forgot.
Yeah, think of Rorschach from that. So like he, people they're good, but they just aggressive with it, So basically, if they to even put it in more layman terms, the bad cop and the good cop, bad cop. If the blue lightsaber is the good cop, purple is the bad cop. And then there's a yellow one. They're intrigue and pursuit. People who seek to destroy the dark side. They usually are spies. People who have yellow lightsabers. There's an orange one. People who basically are neutral, and the same fact that they are basically the ninjas of the Sith side. A lot of these extra ones are coming from the expanded universe. I'm gonna skip through a little bit. There's a straight up black one. That's just one who are self-obsessed. There's a clear one that's calm and clear. There's I want to say white one that's just obedience and servants. Those are usually reserved for like the Imperial Knights. So I'm gonna let you go first, Crono. If you could have one color, what would it be?
That purple. Purple. We ain't even gonna ask no questions, boy. Look, y'all. If y'all listen to the podcast long enough, y'all should know I'm chaotic good. Like, I'm an asshole like a motherfucker, but I have good intents with me being an asshole. And we tired of these motherfucking Siths on these motherfucking planes. So that's your answer. Purple. That purple.
If I had to pick one, I like the purple one just because of Mace Windu, aka Sam Jackson, who wielded it, but just not to have the same exact answer as you. The one that's probably more like my actual personality probably is green. I'm not one of those ones that like confrontation, but if you push me, then we gotta go. But I'm always the last one to throw a punch in the fight.
No, fuck that. I'm the first one. I'm gonna talk my shit and I'm gonna back my shit up. Anybody who really knows me, I'm gonna talk my shit and I'm gonna bait you into saying some shit. Then I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. But if I really fuck with you, if I'm like Samuel Jackson in the movie, he'll be adjusted to shit. But when it came to like Yoda or somebody like that, he's like, yeah, you know what, you right. No, you right. So
he was aggressive, but within reason.
I'm aggressive within reason, so it is what it is. But go ahead.
Next question: if you had to prefer, would you be a dark side or light side, and why?
Something dark side.
something complete.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Fuck the light side, bro. Them Sith powers?
Yo, I want to shoot lightning, bro.
I want to shoot lightning.
I want to be a lightning bender. Fuck all the bullshit.
Over here trying to hold the peace and shit. Like, bro, I'm trying to be out here that purple. Like, bro, I'm trying to be out here static shock, motherfucker. The fucking Black Lightning Gucci man. Brr, brr. Like,
shit.
Every time I talk my shit, why did you do that? Something dark side. That's what you gonna hear, boy.
Look, I like the Sith powers are definitely better than the Jedi angle. But at the same time, there isn't no rule that says if I train somebody, they're gonna end up killing me. So just off the sheer fact, I don't want nobody stabbing me in the back literally, I think I'm gonna be a Jedi.
Look, I want all that action. I want all that
smoke.
action.
I'm good, bro.
I want the smoke. I want dog.
Like that's legit. Like if Gohan and to put it in Dragon Ball Z, Piccolo trained Gohan, and all of a sudden he gets stronger than him, and he just killed him. Like soon as he turned Super Saiyan, he would have just killed him. Like that's dumb.
If we being honest, Piccolo deserve a power up, or Goku could really kill him if he wanted to. So I mean,
true. But this ain't a Dragon Ball. This ain't a Dragon Ball video.
I mean, let's be honest. Like, yo, my apprentice is probably gonna be my son and my daughter. So I'm gonna be like, all right, y'all ready? You know how dad's gonna be anyway. When your son get old enough, he think he a man now.
We definitely gotta run the shits one time.
I say he's sniffing his nuts.
I'm ready for that day.
I say he's sniffing his nuts. I'm gonna get up slowly. Something. That's all you gonna hear, yo. Ain't no fucking games played, boy.
What's your favorite story / event in Star Wars?
I'm not gonna hold you. Can we go off canon for this?
Yeah.
Because that new Star Wars game, the story behind that is so fucking good.
Spoilers.
I'm not even gonna spoil it. I don't know if they're gonna make it canon or not, but it needs to be canon. It's that good.
Oh.
It's that good. All honesty, it's that good. I think it needs to be canon. I think it needs to be a side story with that and Star Killer that is canon. And I might be wrong, there's fans that are hardcore Star Wars fans. They're gonna come in. Excuse me, it is canon in book 19 of Star Wars. The Star Lord on the toilet. They said, like, shut the fuck up. I don't know if it's canon or not, bro. Like, I'm not.
We ain't gonna sit in here at like Disney and George Lucas had definitely said shit was canon one time and then changed their mind and stuff like that. That type of stuff is hard to keep up with.
I think the fucking Joker fucking Jedi needs to be fucking canon. Period, bro. Like at the end, he needs to do the Joker laugh so we can. Jedi, and then we can have a Joker Jedi, and then we can have a Batman Sith, because you damn sure know he gonna be a Sith.
Okay. My favorite story, I feel like I'm repeating myself over and over again. I'm not gonna say Clone Wars, but that's definitely up there. If I had to pick my favorite events, it probably would be when Luke found out that Darth Vader was his dad. that I watched that as an actual kid. My uncle and my aunt are big sci-fi nerds. Like, they watch Stargate, they watch Doctor Who, they watched Star Trek and Star Wars. So like, I grew up watching that type of stuff. So I was not one of those kids who got introduced to Star Wars via the prequels. I got introduced during the actual like original movies. So when I was a kid and I saw that for the first time, I was just thinking like, why? First of all, why does evil dude sound like Mufasa? Second of all,
that man sound like Baby D. Luke, give me the sugar cookie.
Second of all, that it kind of shows you how sometimes you can lose yourself so far that you will end up doing stuff you never thought you would do. Cause it's hard to believe that little kid who loved pod racing and got trained super late in the Jedi turned out to be such an evil bastard. And his redemption arc towards the end, how he knew he fucked up and helped end up saving everything at the end. I think that was one of the best events to ever happen, because like that scene happened way back in the 70s and still being
it's a top 5 scene. It's a top
5 scene in movie history, period. In pop culture, period.
As many people that hate the prequel, if the prequel would have never happened, it wouldn't solidify how good that redemption arc is, because it showed like how it's like the best saying I've ever heard is, it takes one bad day for everything to change.
Yeah.
Like, everybody knows this. I've been through it this year. Like, y'all know my situation.
Yeah, his fucking baby mama died and he lost it.
He lost it. Like, bro, it takes one bad day for everything to switch up. Like, if y'all ever took a Joker moment, look at Darth Vader. How up. It's literally the same thing. Like, it's crazy. And then just the redemption at the end is so fucking powerful. And the prequel made it that much more powerful from what it already was. So it's like, you gotta respect it.
Right. What's your favorite, and this is the last one, what's your favorite ship/vehicle from Star Wars?
Do. What the fuck is that shit called? Not the one that was killing them, the one that was getting killed. The big the circular one. I can't think of the name. What are they called?
Star?
Not the Death Star.
No, the X-Wing fighters?
The X-Wing fighter. No, the ones that were defending the Death Star.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Just for the sound, I think they're like the Y-Wings. Hold on, let me look.
I don't know, but they're like some of the best vehicles to have on Battlefront. When the first Battlefront, no, you couldn't play them in the first Battlefront.
You mean the second one?
Yeah, the second one. When that shit came out, they were like some of the best. Fast. I can't think of the name. Like I said, I'm not good at names. I really watched the movies in so long that it's ridiculous. I actually want to go back and rewatch the first six Star Wars after doing this show.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past it. Starfighter ships. To answer my question while I'm looking this up, my favorite one probably, and it's gonna be it's gonna be cliche, but I love the Millennium Falcon it's a TIE fighter.
Okay, yeah, the TIE fighters are so fucking hard to me. You say.
It has sentimental reasons to it. My uncle, who passed back in 2007, he had a model Millennium Falcon in his house and every time I look at it, it reminds me of him. He's really who put me on my nerd path, if you could say, because like I knew what the fuck Secret Wars was. I knew what the fuck who Thanos was. I knew who Iron Man and Thor was before it got popular. So like I owe a lot of my nerd knowledge to him, and just looking at the Millennium Falcon reminds me of my Uncle Tony, man. And it might not be lore reason why I like it, but you know. Plus, Han Solo definitely, and personality wise, was my uncle.
He whipped that bitch. Pull up to the scene with the wing missing. Let's go, yo.
Oh no! I mean, that man didn't have no kids, and all he had was his dogs. But he stayed having a girl, and we didn't know it at the time because he was a little kid. But you know,
yo, Chewbacca was looking at Han Solo like, man, I miss my dog. Dog. Yo,
I really miss my wigger.
That's how he was. Say wigger, are you there? My wigger said yeah. And I say no. Oh my god, yo.
Oh god,
this ain't Star Wars. Fun fact: a lot of people don't know that Thanos actually turned good in the comic books. Like, I don't think a lot of people really know that shit.
Him and Thor was fighting at one of them, fight together at one of the times, one of the recent comic book events. But that's subject for another video. I just want to keep it strictly Star Wars. Any last things you want to let people know? Any announcements you want to give?
Oh yes. So Sekiro is going to get put on hold simply for the fact I want to have a face cam when I do it.
For the reactions?
For the reaction, because Sekiro on this third episode had me so pissed the fuck off that I want to have a face reaction for you guys before I do that. Okay. But at the same time, we are going to be starting a new series probably sometime tomorrow. I'm going to drop the Cold Vein. So I'm still sticking with the hard ass game. Mm-hmm. We're going to bring out a new character, young Cyrax. We're bringing out the young Cyrax before he became robotic. It's going to be black. He got the dreads. You know, he dripped out with the fade on the side, with the yellow eyes, with the rose, because he don't love these hoes. And he got the Nina, boy. We got the Nina called Jagged Edge because monsters just believe you're dying. Watch. Y'all going to love it. Y'all going to love this series, boy.
Oh, you stupid.
That and I ain't trying to cut you off. That and I want to kind of push some of the anime. Because I've realized we lacking on the anime side. We kind of stick to the gaming side, but we don't really push the anime and the tech side as much as we should. So I at least want to push an anime type game to get that out, at least until Grand Blue Versus drop, and then I'm definitely gonna push that.
Maybe get that game just for content on the channel.
Mm-hmm.
Announce this for me. I'm going to be dropping an opinionated video about DBZ Kakarot. I kind of want to get somebody on there. You know, Crono always with the shits when it comes to that game. But I kind of want to get somebody who's like for the game, who actually likes it. So I'm gonna be shopping around before I drop it, because I ain't gonna hold you. Spoiler for the video: I shit on that game. So my opinions on it is very negative when it comes to that game. But I'm gonna say that
Xenoverse 3, bro. Xenoverse 3 with cooking.
I'm gonna save that for the actual video. I already got the thumbnail made and everything. But yeah. But this is little Nerd Boy Productions quickie we got for you out, and we just want to give y'all something. The next podcast is going to be very in review of 2019. I almost said 2009. Jesus Christ. A review of 2019 heavy. So, games beaten, favorite movies, favorite anime, stuff like that. It's going to be a lot of that, because after, the Game Awards, gaming news kind of dries up, and we're not going to turn into a celebrity dick pic channel, how all the nudes and stuff is like. I could care less about nudes.
That shit wasn't even him anyway.
Right. So
ass females, boy. I'll tell you.
It's AK and Crono. When we out of here.
We out of here, baby. Hey, we out of here, baby. Them bitches like Yoda. That bitch is a baby. Peace.
死んでいる。